Hello everyone, it's Nicole here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is all about zizzi plants. So, a few weeks ago, I posted a short video on Instagram and Facebook stories showing people that my zizzi plant got 9 new shoots this summer. My zizzi plant really enjoyed the outdoor life this summer. Look at how many new shoots. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yay! And each single shoots, they are quite thick, like the stem is this thick. And probably from a distance, you might be able to tell some of the shoots, they are lighter colors, such as this one, they are all new shoots. So I got a lot of questions from you guys and asking me if I can share some tips on how to get the zizzi plants lush and bushy. So this video is all about it. Of course, I will talk about the raven zizzi since it is so popular right now. I took some notes on my phone, so I might look at my phone from time to time, so please bear with me. When we talk about the care tips for houseplants, there are several elements that we need to consider. For example, watering routine, humidity, light, fertilization, etc. So the first one, water. How much water should you give to your zizzi plant? It really depends. First, depends on the size of the pot your zizzi plant is in, and second, the humidity level in your area. You might place your zizzi plant indoor or you might place it outdoor, and usually in summertime we turn our AC on, and in wintertime we turn our heat on, which can lower down the humidity level at home. But if you put it outdoor, especially in summer, usually the humidity level is higher, but because of the high temperature in summer, the water in the soil might evaporate faster. So it really depends. If you want to have answer on when you should water your zizzi plant, I have 2 tips for you. One is use a soil meter. I don't have a soil meter with me, but I will put that on the screen. It is very handy. It can tell you how much light it's getting and how much water it still has in the soil. The second one is observation. So after you water your zizzi plant, lift up the pot. Quite heavy, right? But after waiting probably a month or a few weeks, you lift up the pot again. If it's way lighter, then you know you should water your zizzi plant. So zizzi plant is quite hardy. It does not require a lot of water, and it actually prefers to get completely dry out between watering. The reason why is that their leaves is so shiny and thick, and also their stems also super thick. And if you remove a couple inches of soil from the top, you might be able to see the potato thingy on the bottom of the stem. So these are the 3 places that the zizzi plant store the water. Just because those 3 places store a lot of water after you water your plant, so you don't have to water your zizzi plant very often. I also got questions from people that, oh, my zizzi plant is so lightweight, like the pot. I think I should water it, but I heard online that you should only water your zizzi plant once a month. So should I water my plant? Again, it really depends. My zizzi plant stay outdoor for summer, so I water my zizzi plant probably every 10 days to every 2 weeks. Is it too often? No, because sometimes the high of the day would reach 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be about 35 or 37 degrees Celsius, and this is very hot. So I need to make sure my zizzi plant got enough water since it evaporates so fast. But if you put your zizzi plant indoor for the entire summer, maybe you're right, you only need to water it once a month or every other month. So it really depends. Next one I want to talk about is humidity. A lot of indoor plants, they require at least 50 or 60% of humidity level for their living environment. But my house, especially in winter, I don't use humidifier in my living room, so the humidity level is usually around 40 and sometimes 35, which is very, very low. And I don't recommend you provide this humidity level to your plants. However, I didn't see any issues with my zizzi plants. It's still growing strong, and it might stop growing because of the winter time, the cold temperature. But the leaves does not turn brown, does not get crispy, is not that finicky. So I think zizzi plant can tolerate low humidity level. The next one I want to talk about is light. Light is so important to every single plant in the earth. Although zizzi plant can tolerate low light, but it does not mean it will grow well in low light setting. If you really want to know why my zizzi plant gets so lush, so bushy, the tip that I can give to you is I give it bright, indirect, and even direct sunlight. So zizzi plant likes bright, indirect sunlight, but if you provide afternoon direct light to zizzi plants, their leaves will turn yellow. You will notice that. So bright, indirect sunlight is the key. If you put your zizzi plant in the bathroom that does not have a window, yeah, it might survive. It might not be thriving because there's no food. Light is the food for most of the plants. So I leave it outdoor for summer and I put it by my front door, which is east facing. It got pretty gentle morning sunlight, but no afternoon sunlight, but still pretty bright. I think this is why the zizzi plant got 9 new shoots in summer. Overall, if you want your zizzi plant grows faster and gives you more new shoots, maybe you can consider to bring it outdoor during the warmer months. Next one I want to talk about is fertilization. I don't fertilize this plant pretty often. I only fertilize once a year, only during the growing season. So what do I mean by growing season? Is it from spring to fall? Yes, but no. So the beginning of the spring is March or April. It depends on the area that you stay in. And the end of fall is October. I usually fertilize all of my indoor plants in late spring or early summer because I want to make sure that the temperature is consistent and stable. Sometimes in early spring or late fall, you feel, oh, today the weather is so nice. It's 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius is perfect. And a couple days after, it got so cold and it lasts for a whole week. And that's why I don't usually fertilize my plants during early spring and late fall. In my opinion, as long as you fertilize your plants between May and August, I think they will love it. The reason why I only fertilize my plants once is because of the fertilizer that I use. But it really depends on what kind of fertilizer that you use. Some of them require fertilize once a month. Some of them requires every other month. So make sure you read the labels. The last one is repotting. When you should repot your zizzi plants. So a couple of tips that I can give to you. One is always repot your zizzi plants during growing months. Why? Because in winter, they basically stop growing because of the lower temperature. If you repot your plants in winter, it basically gives them a shock. And that is not very good to your plants. And second, zizzi plants prefer to be root bound a little bit. So if you take your plant out from the pot and see all the roots like so root bound, it does not mean you have to repot it right away. So wait for the warmer months and repot it. Just give it a slightly larger pot. For example, this is a 6-inch pot. If I need to repot my zizzi plant, I will select a 7-inch or an 8-inch top pot for this zizzi plant. Now let's talk about some common issues that zizzi plants might have. One is yellowing leaves. We talked about this earlier. It could be because very strong direct sunlight. The second one is either overwatering or underwatering. So I have an example that I can share with you. Not quite sure if you guys can see, this leaf is browning, crispy, and yellowing. And I try to pull it out. The leaves can easily come off, but the stem part is hard. So why these tiny leaves turn yellow? My guess is underwatering, because I leave this plant outdoor for the entire summer and I only water it once a week or every 10 days. Most of the plant is fine because they all have thicker stem. But if we only look at that yellowing stem, it is quite thin and you can tell it's still a baby. So this is why I think it turned yellow from underwatering. And another reason why zizzi plants leaves can turn yellow is because overwatering or root rot. If you water your plants too often, especially during winter months, it's very easy to cause yellowing leaves. So what I would suggest you guys to do if you're not sure if it's underwatering or overwatering is to take the plant out from the pot and look at the roots. If the roots color is more brown color and when you touch it is more mushy, and all you have to do is take a pair of scissors and cut the rotting parts and repot it. If it happens in winter, you probably should repot it right away, even though I don't recommend repotting in winter, but root rot is a more serious issue. So the second common issue that zizzi plant might have is yellowing spots on leaves. If it's underwatering, overwatering, or too strong of the light, the leaves usually get lighter color and turn yellow, but the yellow is the whole leaf or several leaves. But the yellowing spots that I'm talking about is like this. So this is a very, very sad zizzi plant, and I got this a month before I got this one. And this one looks way healthier. And both of them are from Costa Farms and I got them from Whole Foods. I provide the same type of care. So I was wondering why this plant, it looks so healthy, no yellowing spots, but this one got tons of yellowing spots and the leaves are losing, falling off, and I just lost most of the plant. I reached out to Costa Farms because I thought this might be a type of disease and I couldn't figure out, and I asked them for some suggestion, and the feedback that I received from them is that this is not disease. It is cold damage. When they ship their plants to big box stores, they usually set the temperature control in the truck. Probably for some reason the temperature is set too low, and that's why the plant's getting a lot of yellowing spots. So that's one of the reasons why in winter we should keep the house temperature at least 55, 60 Fahrenheit and above. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any other questions about zizzi plants, make sure you leave a comment down below. I might not be able to answer all of your questions due to my limited knowledge, but there are so many knowledgeable people on the internet and they might be able to answer your questions. Anyways, I am pretty active on Instagram and Facebook. I post stories there all the time. Feel free to connect with me there. I would love to make more plant friends. Alright, that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell button to turn on all notifications so that you will not miss out any of my future videos. My name is Nicole. I will see you in my next one. Bye bye!